Right. Righty, righty, righty. So, part 2 of making this hostage release. Game mode is done. UI elements is what we want to do next. And BF Portal is... I have a UI builder, which is quite handy. Yeah, we want to do a UI builder. This is just going to be info on the game mode itself. So we're going to do this just from text. We're not going to make containers. We're going to do text top center. We're going to drop it down. Well, we keep it at the center. $60's low enough there, and that's center, and we want the size to be quite small on this. We don't actually want any text in this. We're just going to have slider bars. Just make them blue for the moment. So, yeah. So they've got to be they've got to be 70 wide. Definitely 70. I think even 80 is probably good. We'll do 80. I think it's even better. I want that centered. 80. Bit too much. 60. Do it at 60, that's good. Width, 40. At 180. Yeah, we can do this. Alright, so we're just using this as a template. We're not actually going to use the code that this exports. It's kind of a little bit, what's the word? It's just kind of a little bit clunky to do the code. I prefer doing it in the portal builder. So what we're going to do here is on player join game. Let's make this full screen. On game mode started? Nah, don't need to do that. So on player join game, we're going to set a UI. So add UI text. So what we're going to do is use the text box instead of actually like putting text in it, and we're just going to make it like a background thing. So this is always going to be sort of there on the screen, full stop. So first of all, we want to add an icon first, I reckon. We're going to add a UI image first. Yeah, I think we'll do this. Add a UI image. Give it a name. We'll do this first. AI image. So this is slider bar 1 slider. So this is stat icon left. I need some vectors here. Couple of vectors. Before we do anything else there, we've got to actually put this into motion. Shall we do a container or not? Should we try a container? Why not? Let's try it. Let's call it stat container. Stat container. Why not? Because it's the name. We're going to give this top center. We're going to drop it down to 60. We're going to put it as a size of what, 400? 400? Nah, 500. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll see how this works. Text inside that container. We want image in there as well. We want an image. So this is the icon for the left. Alright, it's going to be a pain in the frickin' arse. This is going to be a pain in the arse doing it like this, guys. I'm sorry. We're going to do this the old school way and just do it. Alright, here we go. So we're going to add an AI blah blah blah. So we're going to set this to center, top center, 60 low, and the width and the size is going to be, I think we said 400 in total. No, it's not more, it's more than that. 700. This is always a pain in the arse, this part. So we want this split into how wide is 150 on this screen? It's 2. Is it 150 enough? Is it 150? Really? 150, is that big enough? Yeah, maybe. So we've got how big's the icon want to be? I want the icon like that. 50. Okay, so 50 plus a space of 5, add 150 plus a space of 5 plus 150 plus a space of 5 plus 150 plus a space of 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we want plus 150 for that, plus a space of 5, plus 50. So the total amount needs to be 725 Yeah, that's all right. That's good. That's all good with me. That's good. That's good. All right. So this is how we're going to do it. Done it wrong. Done this fucker wrong, haven't I? What the fuck is going on here, guys? I'm confused here. There's something that I'm missing on this that I can't remember how to frickin' do. I'm gonna work it out in a sec. Pain in the frickin' arse, this shit. I can't just import the UI like I could normally do from the builder because it's not good enough to do that. It won't even allow me to tally up with that. I mean, there doesn't even need to be any other... I've got to do the image colour, yeah, of course. So the anchor is... The widget... The parent is after, and then the ball is true. Anchor the parent, ball is true. Padding 0. Background colour, alpha. Background fill, image type. Fuck me, this is quite complicated shit, this one is. Is there an easy one? Yeah, man, this works. Yeah, this one works. I don't want no padding on this. Right, background colour. Background colour. I don't really want to do that as anything. Let's just call it, say, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. And the fill. Fucking hell. Yeah, let's do this. So the background colour, we just want it as like a sort of greyish colour, surely. Let's just do 0.2. 0.2. 0.2. Well, like, it's not, because it's got to be the team side, isn't it? So we have to set a background for this. So the background has got to be a 0. It's got a 0.4 and 0.8. Yeah? What's that fucking thing there then? Jesus. Background alpha? Well, 1. 1 is the alpha. What next? Background fill? UI big fill? Yeah, okay. UI fill item. We want that, we're on the solid. What do we want next? Background alpha, background fill, image type, right. UI image type. We just want the crown outline. Yeah. Crown outline. And then the image colour needs to be more blue, right? So we want to do duplicate on that. Just needs to be more blue. So we're going to change that to 0.6 and 1. What else? Image alpha 1. Just 1 then. Is alpha or is it 0? Don't know. I don't really need visibility. I just want that to be the event player. So just screw that and leave that as it is. Alright, so I think we've got that in the right place. I think we have. So if I say add UI text now. Duplicate that in, and this is stat 1. Don't need to move, do we? Yeah, we do. We do need it to move. So stat 1. Position 55. $150. Wow, this is going to be a right mess, this is. Is it still top left on that? Yeah, top left. Get parent widget. Yeah. Is it visible? Yeah. Is it alpha? Yeah. Back. See, this is a fucking pain now. This is. This is a pain. If, then else. If equals. Oh, this is complicated stuff. Got to keep concentrating here. If the score, team 1 score, is equal to so basically what I've done here, if you're watching, when it draws the UI on the screen here, if the team score for team 1 is at 0, then it's got to be at standard, which is still red. Else it's going to be blue. Or should I do it green? No, blue. That's correct. I don't even think this is necessary, is it? All this UI shit. Is it really necessary? I mean, why can't I just put, like... I don't even need to do this shit. There's not even any need to do a UI like this because it's not Conquest, it's not Rush. But it kind of would be nice to do it as though it looked like Rush. I don't know what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to delete that. I can come back to those. But what we want to do here is let's just remove this container for a second. Hang on. Let's just remove that container. Let's put our background image back on. I think even just if we did it in the top right. And just say, call it just host, whatever. Anchor top right. Put it down to 60. That's fine there. It's out of the way then, isn't it? It's not in your fucking eyes. I think it'd be better just doing that, because otherwise we're going to have to update containers and stuff. And if we update containers, that means you've got to update all the elements in the container, where we can just actually update a... We could just update a variable and tell it to change that text. Because once it's already drawn on the screen, all you've got to do is change the text if there's a change in like the statistics. So if there's a hostage release, you just change it from a 0 to 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. That's got to be so much cleaner on the screen and to the eye. So we call this stat. We call it stat 1. Well, yeah, I think this is going to be so much cleaner and quicker. So much cleaner and quicker. So, I mean, like, we just want it there. So it's literally 0 and 60 0, 150. I mean, even 50 is high. I mean, text size. Yeah, I think say 25. That's about right. We'll call it. We'll give it a container of. We'll give it a container of 50. Who cares? It's there. You know what I mean? So it's like we'll just do 0, and then 60, and then a 0. This is going to be so much easier as a workaround than actually doing a full-blown container. There's no need for that. And then this will be just at 100 and then 50, and then the anchor UI anchor item is top right. Oh, this is so much easier. And then we want a message to be like so, and we want it to be like we want it to be, well, here we go. So it's as simple as this. So we want hostage 4. And there we're going to put in the variable, which is the get variable of the team score. Yeah? Team score. And literally all we have to do there is just go can we do all of it in one? No, because this is going to be solitary. This is going to be a solitary UI widget, which is fine because we just go get team, and this is only going to apply to. Well, it's only going to apply to that player, right? It's only going to apply to that player. I mean, realistically, it needs to be the whole team, though, doesn't it? And then stat 2 is in the same place. for team 2. And instead of it being hostage, it's going to be out of 400. And it's still being that. It's just score, get team score. 4, get team 2. Simple. There we go. So we're going to set the UI text size. Find widget with name, stat 1. And we wanted to, what do we want to do? Call it 30? We'll do it 30, sod it, fine. And we'll do the same for stat 2. 30, done. Done, done, done. Set the colour. So for stat 1, we want to set a colour for that. Oh, no. RGB 0.6 and 1. Oh, 0.9 even. Slightly less. Stat 2. Keep that the same colour. That's fine. Text colour anchor. We've got the anchor. Yeah, see, this is going to be so much easier because what we can do now, that's set up a default UI for... That has set up a default UI for... well, for each team. There is nothing else to do there, I don't believe. Hostage, yeah. It's going variable. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's all good, that's all good, that's all good. So, on play around kill, text label. Set UI text label. So if somebody owns a score kill, we don't even need to... We don't even need to set the stat 1 because then that's not going to apply. We just got to change the stat 2 label to here. One player died. Yeah. Let's do it. That can go into all of them now. That can go into all of them. Because if it was a kill that ended up in a bugged out death, it's still going to count as that, so that's fine. Not even any need to set that because it's already been set as a team. Alright, that's cool, that's done. But what we want to do here is set text label for when there is a legitimate hostage release, which can be done like this. So we change stat 1 there. 2. Remove that. Where's that stat 1 gone? Here. So we've just got to chuck that in there, really. That's all we've got to do. Yeah, that's all we've got to do there. Done. Done. Save that. That's all done. So what we want to do now, because we've got the UI set, so it'll say whether you've got the amount of kills or whether you've got the amount of hostages. What we want to do now is who released the hostage. And that'd be nice to do. So we want to put here, for example, text label, so test 1, 2, 3, whatever. Enter label. No, we'll call this hostage release. Hosrel. Hosrel. Hostage release. Hostage released. Yeah. We want to put this at top center, down at 60. No. 100. More. 200. That's good. Hostage released. Blah, blah, blah. Top center. We can give it the background and shit after. Size 320. That's good. So, on player interact, we want to add UI text. We're going to give that a new name, and we're going to call that Hosrel1. We're going to give that vector and a color. So vector, just stick that more in there, just save this after. So that was a good position there. So we're going to put that as 0 at 200. So 0, 200, 0. And we want it to be bigger text. Bigger text. So this wants to be about 40. Woo, that's a bit big. 35. Yeah, 35's comfy. And actually we've had to make that wider. We'll call it 450 then, shall we? 450 is good. Yeah, 450. Oh no, sorry. That's at 200 now. So what's this then? Position 200. 450 and 50, yeah, that's fine. 450. Size text 50 and height. Width is 450. We want to anchor that. Top center. And we want to put the message in. For a literal saying hostage released. Yeah, and the whole team needs to see that. So it's get team. You don't want that. The whole team needs to see this. I'm going to do a subroutine for this because then I can. No, it's everybody on that team. It doesn't matter. If it's available, it's going to remove it. No, this is going to be for everybody to see. Hostage released. So we're going to UI text size. Find widget with a name. Hostage release 1. And we want to set the text size at, what did we say it was? Yeah, 35. 35. Do you know what? We're going to have to double up on this. This is actually going to have to be Team 1, because we're going to have to do a Team 2 one as well, which is a different colour. So this is Team 1's version. The buy part, that's fine, because that can be seen by both teams. No problem with that. So UI text color. Background color. It's going to be UI BG. Background fill. Background color. Find widget with a name. Let's give this a sort of bluish color. So it's 0.5, 0.6 maybe. Yeah, 0.5, 0.6. Fill. Solid. Outline thin's good. And then text color, UI text color. I'll put that there somewhere. And we want to give that a real blue color, so 0.6 and 1. I'm happy with that, I think. I'm not too sure. This is quite complicated stuff, actually, to be fair, guys. I mean, I'm not really great with UIs, and I'm doing it with the block editor rather than the code. So we're going to change this now to HOSREL 2, Hostage Release 2, so this is for Team 2. And the only reason why we're doing 2 of them is because of the colour. UI text size is the same. UI text color, different. So we want this at, we want that at 1, and that at 0 this time. Background color, I think we could swap those over to 0.8 and then 0, that should do it. Background fill, HOSREL 2, yeah. So, don't even think I don't even think there's a way there to... There has to be a sub-routine for this, surely. Hostage UI. Let's try this. I think it could be... I think it could work. The fuck? I think this is probably how it's going to work. I'm going to go wait for... How long does it need to be on the screen for? Let's say 8 seconds. Yeah, that's too much. And then delete the UI widget with that. And so that's going to pop up on the screen for about 8 seconds. That hasn't even put the name in for the person that's released them. So to do that, we've got to go to... Text is quite small. Yeah, that's about right. How big is that? Text 20. Size text 20, maybe. Yeah, I'll try that. We know it's got to be white as well. So it's literally all colours. So it's all 111. It's black, black, black otherwise. No background. Doesn't even need that. What did you do? Gradient bottom. Why not? See what that looks like. So we're going to run that subroutine now after somebody has released a hostage UI and we're going to set label for that widget I'm going to set the label now for that widget to be the person that has interacted with yeah, so it's going to be by and then event player there. Like that. Should we test it? I'm not sure it's going to work, but we'll try it. This will be interesting. It's going to be a complete failure. There's going to be bugs that we're obviously going to have to iron out real quick here, but my god, this is... it needs to be as simple as possible on the UI, but I do want it to have some sort of official element that you would get in an actual official game mode, like you would with Rush or something like that. It's hard to put a finger on what I'm trying to say there, but so at the top right's wrong. This is hostage, and that's updated and not done the right thing. So it needs to be reworked. Doesn't even need to be there, you know, that doesn't... It literally doesn't need to be there. I can get rid of that. They can look on the scoreboard and know that it's like hostage 0 of 4. And they know it's kills of 0 of 400. So there's no point in putting that on the screen. It's just something else that you need to look at. Yeah, I don't like that. Well, it's not centered either. It goes off screen. So first of all, we need to center that text properly. Anchor. Set UI text anchor. Find widget with name. Center. Background, not happy with that. Needs to be blurred. Set UI text anchor. Also needs to be set to blur. Save that, that's done. But the by part, yeah, not great. Not great. So the by part, so it's 2450 width, add UI text, and that needs to also have a AI. That needs to be a anchor point, UI text anchor. Yeah, I think I'm going to just remove the whole hostage thing at the top right. It's really not necessary. I mean, it's there on the scoreboard. Oh! That's not what I expected. That's not what I expected, guys. Fix. Another bug fix just then. Just double check that. We'll just double check that. In the meantime, I'm getting rid of that hostage thing. Don't need that, man. Nobody needs that shit. Nobody needs that shit on their screen. Nah, nobody needs that. I could get rid of all that crap. Don't need that on our screens, man, do we? That stuff at the top right, it's just unnecessary. It's more bloatware and more shit on the screen that you don't need to look at. Like I said, you could just look at the fucking scoreboard and yeah. Better. Not perfect, but better. Much better. Not quite perfect though. We want to kind of tune that a little bit if we can. Hostage released. The hos by part can be hos by text color, text size. Maybe I think we could probably push it down to 240. Yeah. And we'll put that to 25 and the text size at 25 as well. Make people stand out a little bit. So there's that part, part's done. I'm not happy about the sort of background colour that we had there. What I'm going to do is just have a quick look at what I did for the colours of a different project, which was... So I managed to get my hands on... an official replica of Rush, basically. So if I went, so yeah, we'll just do the modifier on the Rush mode that I've got here. Yeah, that's not right. Published. Text Center Rush, 64. Oh. Where's all my blocks? Holy shit, man, where's all my blocks? Actually, seriously, where's all my blocks? Are you serious, Dice? You've removed all my blocks? This can't be true. They've removed all my blocks. There's literally hours of freaking work there. Gone. This can't be serious. Do you know what? They've actually destroyed all of my blocks in my game mode. Not good enough, Dice. There's hours and hours. I mean, there's literally like hundreds of hours of work there that you fucking removed from me. How dare you? The fuck do you think you are, man? The hundreds of hours of work there on my official Rush mode has been removed. What the fuck, man? Please. Dice, please. What the fuck? You can't be serious, man. You literally can't be serious, Dice. No fucking way. No way. So we're going to stick an alpha in here. Play VO. I can't even remember what the VO module was that we put into Godot here, because we put the module for the voiceovers into the game, into the map, but I can't remember what ID I gave it, and I don't think I did. But if I did, I'm just going to give it a voice. I'll just give it a play VO1, and it'll play the same VO anyway. So we'll do this for team 2. We're going to firstborn attacker. Enemy is capturing. Contested. And capturing. Objective capturing. And then we want to do a VO as well for when he actually makes it back to base. Objective captured, sort of thing. Let's stick him in here. Objective captured. Yeah. And then objective captured enemy to team 2. Yeah, maybe that'll do it. But I've got to set the voiceover module that's in the map to an ID of just 1, and then that'll work. So it's a quick load up and resave with the ID. Oh man, this is slow. Why? Come on. So we'll just put those voiceovers in. We can add some more afterwards, but I mean the scoring system will be pretty much accurate as it is. So while that's loading, actually, what we can do here is go here and if blah blah blah, and what we can do there is go another if equals game mode score. No, not game mode score. Get game mode score for get team 1. And if that equals 4, end game mode in favour of Timor. But if we do and play at earn kill, if get game mode score for team 2 equals 400, then team 2 win. So that's going to complete the rounds correctly. So the VO module I just threw up on a roof here somewhere, didn't I? That's it there. This is the VO module, the voiceover module. Just going to give that an idea of 1. Save. Export. And done. Don't even need to be in Godot anymore, I can just quit out of that. Go back in here, I've saved, so just add the new JSON for that. And save again. Load up the game, community, my experiences, hostages, hostage, host, locally. So I think we'll just see if the voiceover, the voiceover should now work as well. So it should be like we're capturing an objective, or the enemy's capturing an objective, and then when he makes it back, there should be a voiceover to say the objective's captured. We'll see. See what happens here. And I will put a banner. The next thing is put a banner on screen to say new hostage located. Get rid of the debug messages. We don't need those anymore. We know they work. No voiceover. Everything's working apart that voiceover. So maybe I need to do a do I need to load the module on the start? I don't know. And I'd like to put a ticking noise there as well. Just a quiet ticking noise, like you're capturing an object. You know, like when you're capturing a flag. Like each time he takes a footstep, it's like tick, 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 tick. So you know that he's on the move. I know you can see the icon move and things like that, but really? I think there needs to be a little bit more of an indicator. Is there a voiceover when he disappears? Get in the car. So there's no voiceover there. Nothing. Why is there no voiceover when he gets back to his base? Oh, it's get VO. Always has to be something else, so it's get VO. Go on. Get. No, didn't want to do that. So the voiceover module, even though it's like, I mean, seriously, you can just like put one voiceover module into the map and just give it an ID of 1. It's totally unnecessary. I mean, it's totally unnecessary because you only ever have to put one in the map anyway, so why don't you just make that as a standard object on all maps that could just be hooked into without an ID? Kind of doesn't make any sense. So it's get VO. See, that'll work now. And the other thing I want to get rid of here is this background rigid fill blur. I think it needs to be gradient top. Gradient fill, yeah, I think it needs to be gradient top. I'm not quite happy with the way that looks. But that's going to fix the VO now. We should get some sort of... In fact, while we're here, should we put some ticking noises in to this? No, because I've got to reopen Godot for that, and there's no point tonight. Really no point for that tonight. That'll be tomorrow, I think. We're just working on the rest of the UI and the sound effects, and just sort of making it much more legit looking. But I think we've got the UI, the voiceover at least fixed there. Do you know what? I'm going to move these main bases around as well. I mean, they're a little bit shite. So when a hostage is loaded as well, there needs to be a voiceover for that saying, oh, move it to objective. Or defend the objective if you're on the other team and stuff. So let's listen out for the voiceover. There was no voiceover. Oh man. No voiceover. You're taking the piss, Dice. What the hell? Literally taking the piss there. I think that's something I'll come back to tomorrow, but we have a working game mode anyway. We've got a working hostage release game mode, and yeah, look, it's even counting. It's even counting. Now what happens, what we've got to fix next is the fact that if the hostage dies, it reruns the subroutine to respawn a new hostage. And it also is going to cost... It's also going to cost the friendly team in some way. But there is no voiceover there. We're just going to run these 4 hostages and test that. Ends the game. Yeah, and tomorrow's stream I'll put in another 10 different hostage locations. And also to the locations for a second map. There we go, 2. Yeah, done. We'll remove the debug messages. We will fix that UI element where the colours they're not exactly perfect. I'd like there to be an outline, a thin outline with a background. Yeah, not perfect. But very, very simple to fix. And then we need to set up the rules for when the hostage dies. And we also need to... There needs to be some sort of... Well, there needs to be some sort of rule in place that people are not going to troll. So, for example... I mean, you can't kill the hostage if it's on your team, which is fine, and you can't. The enemy can, but if the hostage does die right now, there needs to be a reward for that to the other team. So whether they get like an extra score of 50 points, like 50 kills or something, or 25 kills. Or 10. Yeah, that's counted, so there's 3. Alternatively, if we was to put the hostage on a different team completely, so team 3 basically, so it's not one of the 2 playing teams, he's put on team 3. So he can be killed by both teams. There has to be a punishment for that. And I think it needs to be kind of like a quite severe punishment for it, but I think it's too spammy, and I think with this kind of... I just think you're going to have a lot of trolls on the game, just killing the hostage for fun, just to piss people off. So I think we'll try and avoid that. Now, it would be pretty cool to make him get inside a police car and drive off in a police car. Because that's totally possible. You just won't see him sat inside the vehicle. Well, no, you won't. That's possible, actually, thinking about it. Because you could get him to walk inside the object, like he does already here. Pause him, make him crouch so it kind of looks like he's sat down, and then make him and the car move. So that's counted as 4 as 4. So why did the game not end? Sure, I only just did 3 then. No, it's done it. There's a delay there though. There's a delay, but we can fix that. We can fix that. Nice camera. Anyway, that's enough for the hostage stream for tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow night to finish this game mode off in its entirety. There needs to be a few more UI elements. We need to fix the voiceover, add a couple of sound effects. And we're going to keep it as simple as this, really. I mean, it's a pretty lightweight game mode. We also want to test it from the perspective of a second team player. So we're going to stick in a debug swap team option where we can spawn in as, because I don't have anybody to test really. So what I can do is put in a mechanic to just allow me to spawn next to the hostage, and as soon as I've made him go back to the main base, it will kill me and just put me on the other team, and it will spawn me somewhere in his path to get back to the thing where I kill him and see how that looks, basically, and see how it works with the scores and stuff. So, but yeah, that's